Hey everybody, welcome back. I wish everybody happy Friday. Well, I guess happy Saturday now. It's getting into the wee hours of the morning, but just want to say hello and show you a recent little haul and let you guys know I have been watching videos. I just haven't had to make I haven't had time to make comments yet, and I haven't even had time to answer the comments you guys have put on mine, which I am really grateful. I appreciate it always. And I'll get to the books. A lot of this is stuff that I just wanted to upgrade because the copies I bought when I was a kid, I wore them out. I loved them to death, and this is just some upgrades. Uh, Back in the late '70s, I guess early maybe 1980, DC kind of did a little mini revival of Mystery in Space, and I think it went from like issue 111 through 117 with some really great sci-fi. It's just a continuation, except in this, there wasn't any, I guess, what you would call recognizable characters like Adam Strange or the Atomic Knights or whoever. This is just sort of like an anthology thing, just like the horror stuff. But some really great stories, some great art, great covers. Uh, so here's number 116. It's got a great cover by Mike Kaluta. Number 114. Great Joe Kubert cover. So if anybody's I know there are a lot of sci-fi fans, but if you into stuff like Time Warp from DC and like all the sci-fi stuff that Marvel put out in the '70s, and you'll enjoy this. I'm not sure who did this cover. I'll probably have to check it out. Here's number 117. This is the last issue in that title, unfortunately. Number 115. Another beautiful Joe Kubert cover. And actually, the story that this cover depicts, the art is done by Brian Bolland. So, definitely worth picking up. And my favorite issue, I actually got two copies of this. This is the first issue of the revival. Issue number 111. With just an awesome Joe Kubert cover. And check this out. Who all's in this issue? You got Dan Spiegel, got Jim Parrow, Marshall Rogers, and Steve Ditko. And these books can be had for like $1 a piece, and even in high grade. So definitely worth picking up. I don't know if they'll ever reprint these, so fans of this kind of stuff, I'd advise to go ahead and get them now. Another copy. I think one was fine and the other one was very fine, but still pretty nice. All this is from my comic shop, and they always do a good job grading. And they always pack their stuff just great. Okay, here's number 112. I think the only one that I didn't upgrade was 113, maybe. But another amazing Joe Kubert cover. Okay, these next few aren't upgrades, but they're just books I had missing in that run. The Unexpected, number 191. And you'll see this little cover blurb here. 3 comics in one, Witching Hour and House of Secrets. Well, that's because they had canceled the Witching Hour and House of Secrets and, try to make everybody believe that they folded it all, 3 comics into one book, but basically they just canceled those other 2 titles. And they were all the same kind of stories, just mystery and horror anthology stuff. But still, more of the same. People that collect this stuff know what I'm talking about. Just great stories and great art. A lot of it by the very underrated Filipino artist that DC hired in the '70s. 191, 68 pages. These can be had for a few bucks. Number 193. Luis Dominguez cover. Sorry about the glare, but this room is kind of dark, and I've got like 2 or 3 lights going on, so I can have light, but it kind of casts a shadow and a glare, so I apologize for that. Number 187. Somebody wrote on the cover here, but it doesn't bother me. Otherwise, it's a pretty nice cover. I think it's another, looks like another Dominguez cover. But this is during what the DC called the DC explosion. The price went up from 35 cents to 50 cents, and they expanded it to 44 pages. And I think in what happened, you know, as a lot of you already know, it turned into the DC implosion. And a lot of titles were canceled and features were axed left and right. There's a lot of good articles on this. I want to do a video on it someday, but this is basically the couple of months when they upped the price and the page count. And I think there was only like a month or two where they did this, so they're not really hard to find or expensive, but I'm trying to collect all the ones that had like the 50-cent cover price, because they went from 35 cents to 50 cents, and then after the so-called implosion, they went back down to 40 cents, and regular page count, I guess 32 pages or whatever it was at the time. But still more of the good DC horror stuff. And here's the other one in that title, number 188. Got the 44 pages for 50 cents. Okay. These last two I was really happy to get, especially the last one. These two are upgrades, my original copies. Well, one book I bought as a kid, and the other one, I think somebody traded it to me later on, but it was more or less a reading copy. But one that I originally bought, and the one my original is in really rough shape now, was Batman 262. The giant size, got a lead feature with Batman and Scarecrow. Great Ernie Chan cover. And I think it's got a couple reprints, maybe. Or maybe one reprint. Because before this, Batman was a 100-page spectacular. I think from 254 through 261 was all 100-pagers. And this is number 262. One of those square-bound books. Pretty nice shape, actually. It's probably a solid fine. Mine was a solid rat shape. So it's one reason I'm glad I found a decent copy for a good price. A really cool book. And last but not least, like I said, when I originally got this book, I think a guy traded it to me, or gave it to me years ago, probably when I was in my 20s. Didn't really understand the significance of it. Well, later on I did. But, you know, I found a nice upgrade. It's probably a VG Plus or a fine. But I found it for a decent price because this book is getting ridiculous. And, well, anyway, I'll just show you. Jimmy Olsen 134. First appearance of Darkseid. First full appearance. Got a great Neil Adams cover. I think about the only thing wrong, it got a couple little dings at the top, but otherwise a pretty nice book. Glad to have a decent looking copy in the collection now. So, guys, that's all I got. I think I said in an earlier video I was wanting to do a Joe Kubert inspired video. And this won't be comics, but it'll be Joe Kubert art and some other stuff for those of you that might want to check out the Kubert correspondence courses that Joe had. Said in an earlier video, I've got all the DVDs and the workbooks for that now. And there was actually I guess what you call for younger artists version of a Joe Kubert comic book studio. And I've got a couple other books other than that, but I'm trying to pull that together right now. So for you Kubert fans, be on the lookout for that. All right, guys, hoping you're having a great weekend. Probably see you in another day or two, and onward and upward.